Welcome to Resellers Roundtable. What is it worth? The game where you guess the sold price. So the rules here are pretty simple. All you have to do is guess the price of what the item sold for. You can either be low or above the price. Whoever's got the closest price at the end of the round, it will be declared the winner and get 1 point. We will run this season 1, 12 episodes, so whoever is the grand poobah who's got the highest tally at the end of the 12 episodes will become the champion and win the prizes below. Let's get this show started now. This is episode number 1 of the What It's Worth show. We're going to be shooting stuff here tonight. We're going to be talking about 6 or 7 items that recently sold on eBay, 1 on Amazon. It's going to be a fun show here. Let me show you guys the first item here, and then we're going to go down the panel and see if anybody can guess exactly what this thing sold for. So, and I'm going to go right down the list. So the first person is Elizabeth. Here's the first item I'm going to be talking about. This is a vintage 1934 rare Jenny C. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Beer, 12-horse ale, 10-inch or 10-foot porcelain sign with marbles.
10 foot. Holy Jesus! You sold that?
Right? I know. 10. Is that my right? Am I saying that right? 10 feet? Yeah.
Yeah.
10 feet. Porcelain sign with marbles. 2-piece porcelain sign from side of Rochester Brewery. Pretty wild here, this thing.
Oh, this isn't stuff that you sold. It was just stuff you picked?
The stuff I picked, yeah. This is stuff.
Okay.
This is out in internet land. So, like, if we're looking around going, man, what, if we ever come across a sign, we'll know. But this went to auction. Obviously, it ended November 22nd. Let's just go down the line here, and I'm going to write down everybody's answer. Elizabeth, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Elizabeth. What did that sell for in auction?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say, man, have no knowledge of those things, but I'm going to say $1,899.
$1,899.
Yeah.
Okay. And Elizabeth, really quick, can you just tell us about, how long you've been reselling for, what platforms you're selling on? Just a quick bio on yourself.
Sure. I am. I'm located in the Los Angeles area. I moved out here a few months ago from Michigan, and I've been a member of eBay since 2001, and I've just done some casual selling and buying on there since then. And I've really started focusing on regularly reselling. I've been doing that for about a year now, so I'm kind of newer to the game. But my main thing is clothing. I have a fairly strong retail background, and it started with working in clothing departments. So that's just kind of what I'm most comfortable with and most knowledgeable. And I live in a digital outlet, so that really helps me source things cheaply. That's kind of my main thing. But I also just I'll look for anything that I think I can do well with. And I have some other interests. I'm into vintage items, camera equipment. I'll sell old film cameras and lenses and stuff like that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
your retail knowledge was, you said it was in clothing, right? You mind sharing what brand or what store?
Sure. And to be honest, it was nothing crazy, but I started, my first job was at Kmart. And then I moved to, I worked at JCPenney for a while. So it was nothing super high end, but I've always also been interested in fashion. So I kind of got familiar with certain styles. And from there, I also used to just, I used to, go to like the Women's Wear Daily website. And, I've always sort of been interested in fashion design. So I sort of got to know the styles of clothing from working, just those regular department stores. And then I kind of, was able to apply that to, I was like, well, I know what the styles are. And then I was like, well, I want to know more about the high-end designers. So I would also kind of study that stuff. So yeah, I started in clothing, and then I worked fine jewelry for a while. And then I worked, my last job before I left the regular 9-to-5 type world was with Apple. So I've also got a fair amount of knowledge with technology and Apple products.
Yeah, really quick, plug it away, because you just started a new Facebook group. What is that Facebook group called, and how do people join?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm the admin. Jay Noggle started the group, and it's called iOS for Biz. And basically what it's going to be about is kind of just helping people, it's going to be a group of us just sharing, how we use our iOS devices, which would basically be, iOS is the mobile operating system for iPhones, iPads, that sort of thing. So we're kind of just going to be sharing information about using iOS devices to further your business, and people can ask questions or share. It might be like, hey, I found this really cool app that I use, that sort of thing. So definitely check it out. It's called iOS for Biz, and we do have a link post. I know Jay had made a post in Resellers Roundtable, and I have shared the link there. Click on to go join. So yeah,
everybody should definitely check that out. All right, so Elizabeth, you said $18.99 for the Genesee beer. I don't know. We're gonna find out here, but let's move down to Duane and Doc. Is Duane and Doc there?
We're here. We're here. Here we are.
Hey, Duane, Doc. All right, so you saw the sign, the beer sign. What do you think that thing sold for?
I am going to say $1,475.
$1,470. How much? $1,475?
Yeah, if it's 10 foot. Genesee pretty popular in this area.
Awesome. All right, so $1,745. Just really quick, Duane, Doc. I know you guys personally. You guys are great people. Just give a bio on yourselves, because you guys have a ton of experience with reselling. There's no doubt about it.
Oh gosh, I've been selling 36, 37 years. I've about sold anything you could think of. I had 3 different auction houses, including one where it was cattle. We had a brick and mortar store recently, which we gave up. Learned from that. Learned from our mistakes on that. Got out while we could. Oh, geez, I don't know what else we need to know. We have several Facebook groups ourselves, and more coming up. I'll let Doc explain what he does.
I've been selling online about 2004, and just recently full time. And as Duane said, we had a retail store, with auctions there also. Computer background. I don't know. Anything you want to know, just ask.
Yeah, I know Duane and Doc personally really, really well, and they just created a whole batch of new Facebook groups. So I think they're going to be pumping those in the Resellers Roundtable. Really cool concepts of like just buying through Facebook groups from reseller to reseller. So definitely check that out. You guys said $1,745. Let's move on down the line to Dana. Dana, you there, dude?
Yeah.
All right. The beer sign. What did it sell for, dude?
I'm going to say it went for a lot less than that since they went auction. They wanted to blow it out. $275.
$275. Awesome. Dana, you're an Arizonian like me, man. You're not that far from me.
Loving the weather right now. Woohoo!
Dude, it was like 90 today.
Oh, man, it doesn't get no better than that.
So really quick, Dana, tell everybody about yourself, how long you've been reselling, maybe what platforms you're selling on, just some quick stuff.
I'm Dana. I live in Arizona. Been here for about 2 years from Nebraska. And I sell on Amazon and eBay. I have some stuff listed on Etsy, but I don't really try on Etsy. And I pretty much stick to eBay and Amazon. And I'm pretty new. I just started reselling back in last June, early July. And I started FBA last September. And I was just doing thrift store one-offs on FBA till about January this year. And then I've just been hitting online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, trying to just buy as much stuff as I can and just keep rolling everything over. I still work full time, so I have the luxury. I'm just as much inventory as I can send out. I send out and roll everything over. And, it's going, it's slow when your payouts are $400 or $500, but, I can blow that in a couple days, so things get pretty boring from then on out.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts overall with like FBA? I mean, do you really like that over there? You put stuff in a box, send it over there, dude. It sells, you get money. It's cool.
Yeah, there's nothing better. I mean, I don't understand why there's so many merchant fulfilled people out there, you know, compared to Prime. It's ridiculous. If somebody else wants to do my work for them for, you know, an extra $10, have at it.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I don't got to deal with any customers, you know, it's great. When I can ship a 50-pound box that's 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot for $12.
right.
I mean, good Lord.
Dude, the UPS prices like with Amazon is just insane. I mean, sending 50-pound boxes across the country for like $12.
Right. I think my first one, I think went to Pennsylvania. And it was like 38 pounds. You know, a big 18 by 18 box was like $13 to send all the way to Pennsylvania.
That's
Might have been a little bit more than I don't remember, but it's ridiculous.
Dude, I mean, I was just packaging up. I hate glassware, right? And I sold like a piece of glass the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it was like $23 to ship it. I mean,
Right.
it was rather large, and I'm like, my God, you know, I wish I would have sent this through Amazon if I could have, but why is the price so high? It doesn't matter, but yeah, if you guys aren't out there doing FBA, definitely check it out. Dana, so you got $275 on the sign,
Yep.
right? All right.
Yep.
Appreciate you hanging in there, Dana. Gina, are you there?
Mike, I don't want to interrupt. You had our price wrong. We had 1,475. I think you had the opposite number.
Okay, I did have the opposite number, 1,475.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I'm
correcting me.
sorry.
Appreciate that.
Have some more beer. You'll get it.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, as this goes on, I might be, these numbers I might be speaking about, so just correct me, please, because you never know. Gina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Gina, so we've got this this cool-looking beer sign. Genesee Beer and Ale. Looks like it lights up a little bit. Got some nice horses. 10 feet long. What would you price that at? And what would you get sold for? Sorry.
$787.
How much?
700. 787. That doesn't make sense. 700. Yeah, $787.
$787. Sweet.
Yep.
Gina,
Yep.
talk to us really quick about yourself. How long you've been reselling for? What platforms you're selling on?
Okay. I sold for a little while online. I had an online website, but a lot of stuff also on eBay. I did that for a few years. That was over 10 years ago. I stopped doing it, and I started back up again last summer. Well, we started off back with eBay, and then once I found FBA, most of it's FBA. I love it. Get the stuff out of the house. I love that. I'm here in Florida, so I'm here too.
So you love the whole Amazon FBA, getting the stuff out of the house, getting it over to Amazon. It's out of my house, and if it sells, it's awesome. What's your experience overall, Gina, with Amazon? I mean, is this something you're going to pursue?
Oh yeah, and it's like I said, you know, them having the customer service. It's just gonna watch out for little things. I've had I think 4 negative feedbacks removed with no problem because they're all about the product or something unrelated. So you know, it's just you got to pay attention. You don't pay attention to what's going on and what you're doing, and take pride in what you're selling. I mean, I've got used CDs, and if the case is cracked, I bought a case of 100 CD cases. It looks a lot better for 17 cents a case. Give them better presentation. So you got to think of stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. Like, I was at the thrift store about 3-4 weeks ago, and they had these big brown boxes. And I was like, what's in the box? I mean, it's just this box that said $3.99 on it. You know, me, I'm Curious George. I just freaking cut open the box. There were all these brand new CD cases. I'm like, dude, I can use those.
Yep.
You know, and I bought them because they're not cheap if you go to buy them online, right? If you're doing a lot of Amazon stuff, because you're going to find some amazing CDs out there that are, the cases are cracked, and you don't want to list that on Amazon. Hey, I'm trying to sell this $50 CD, but the case is cracked on both sides. Don't do that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's awesome. So what is your favorite thing, Gina, to sell online, like on Amazon? Would you say it's the CDs, books?
CDs are kind of hard. You know, they're hit or miss. You never know what you're going to find. I hit one estate sale the other day. I loved it because it was almost 300 CDs, and I scanned a few, and I said, how much for all of them? All classical and jazz. So there's some good money. I have no idea. I'm looking at some of these names. I'm like, what the heck is this? But $50. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm doing the clothing. I'm doing a lot of clothing. This weekend, it was great with the sales this weekend at the outlet mall. Woo.
Awesome.
but it doesn't really matter. Anything I can find.
Anything you make a dollar on. Gina, where are you from, by the way?
I am in Florida. I've been in Florida 20 years, but I'm actually from New Jersey, so you'll hear that sound come out of my mouth.
Cool. I appreciate you coming here, Gina. You got $787.
$787.
$787 in the beer
Steve,
sign. Since you're there, dude, you got like this this like pimp pad over there with all this room.
I also got 1,000. I get this in a storage locker. 1,000 plastic CD holders, brand new in the wrapper. But I won't push them on you, so whatever. How am I going to ship those? They would wait a time. All right, Gina took my thinking. So I'm thinking this guy started out at $1,500 and he couldn't sell it. And then he went down. He went to a blowout and blah, blah, blah. So he would probably take $999, but somebody offered him $827.
$827.
And he took it.
On a 10-foot. I mean, this was auction.
I know, I get it. I'm thinking like American Picker guys, those guys out. Oh, we're gonna get $10,000 for this shit. But I'm just thinking, and I didn't think the condition was on a scale of 1 to 10. I thought it looked like about a 7.
On a 7, okay. $827. Hey, Steve. Kind of, for people that never heard of you before, give us your history. Tell us about how long you've been reselling for. I know you're in Florida. What platforms you're selling on, and we were talking earlier about Craigslist. Give us the little bio on that.
Background, I sold Highline automobiles. I sold Porsche for years and Mercedes. eBay Motors started in 1998. eBay started earlier, but the Motors division started in 98. And I got all over that. I just thought that was the coolest thing, sit at my fat butt, sitting at the desk, just typing some stuff and some guy buying from me without driving around and everything. Great. So I got into it real well. And then I got a good reputation. Then I started working for, I got recruited by a Highline company here in Jacksonville. So I was their e-commerce director. I retired 4.5 years ago. So I knew eBay. And I knew cars, and I was doing that. And then I said, I'm so tired of the car business after 30 years. So I just started Storage Wars, all that kind of stuff. Mostly eBay, mostly Craigslist. And then I found your reseller round group, Resellers Roundtable, about a year ago. And I said, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I started following the leader. Whatever you guys are doing, I'm doing. That's enough. I can go for. It's my favorite subject is me, but we'll talk.
No, I appreciate it, man. You know what I think is one of the most underrated things with eBay is eBay Motors. I mean, you talk about it like because you were there in the beginning stages of it.
It rocked.
Yeah, right. And
beautiful.
Steve, is it still a viable option for people at this point in time? Do you think eBay Motors, or is it dead?
I don't know. Okay. As a new car, we were a new franchise. We had Porsche, Mercedes, and Lexus. So we were just had the good reputation. And it was the perfect time. It was like the perfect storm. Everything came together. But I guess I had 2 divisions, and I guess we put out, we were doing 400 cars a year, averaging $50,000 to $70,000 a car. And a manufacturer was looking at us saying, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Dude, we're selling cars. Well, you're only supposed to sell them in Jacksonville. Well, dude, that's where our computer is. It's in Jacksonville. And they never got wrapped around. But to answer your question, I found a $4,000 car. And I figured in the old days, this would have been $9, and now it's $6. And after all the ups and downs of selling a car and everything, I'm not sure. I like the idea of parting a car, taking it apart. I found an old Mercedes, and I got another guy that could take pieces off of it. I buy a $2,000 Mercedes. There's $5,000 in parts on it right there.
Yeah, there's got to be easily. I mean, I was looking at a Malibu. Well, I'll take this back really quick. Just a quick story. One of my employees back when I lived in Illinois had a Malibu. It was a 2003, and like something seized on the engine, and he went to some of these local guys that like offer cash or cars or whatever. They were like $300. I'm like, dude, I said, we have the parking lot. Let's strip the car down, dude. Let's part it out. And this was a Malibu. He ended up getting $3,000. We were selling seats, dude. I mean, we were selling whatever we could, you know. And I mean, just little taillights, $200. So
I'll tell you what's a good thing, just for anybody to be on the lookout. If you see owner's manuals, I mean, you literally can go to a car dealership, walk up to the used car manager, and say, "Sell me all the owner's manuals that have been sitting in that room back there for a year," because they keep them. They keep all the owner's manuals, all these old cars, and they never use. Well, maybe we'll have another '73 Malibu show up someday.
yeah.
You go in and you buy them for $5 a piece. You sell them for anywhere from $30 to $70, depending on the vehicle.
Steve, really quick, like in your experience with the car manuals, because it's kind of a hot topic. I mean, I've sold some crazy car manuals, like 82 BMW ones for $100.
Right.
Would you say the older car manuals are worth money, like the vintage ones?
I'm selling stuff that is greasy, where the mechanic has got smudges all over it. When he stamps the page, you can barely read it. But just if it's anything vintage, anything unique, any car that they only made for 2 years because they were pieces of crap, you know, and just do it. I mean, I can't believe some of the stuff people put, as you already know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, because I don't know about the newer years, right? But I think I just started thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, you know, if some guy's got that car or they're trying to restore it, especially the guys that are restoring it, they want that manual, and they have no problem spending $50 or $100 to it. There's no doubt about it, right, Steve?
None. That's what that one quick story, and you know I always bragged about this. In a storage locker, I found an 8-track that was a Pontiac demo tape for a '72 Pontiac. I swear to God.
Huh.
Congratulations, Mr. Franco. Here's a demo tape for your surround sound, whatever it was back then.
Yeah.
Guy paid, I couldn't believe it. It was an 8-track, new in a wrapper. Guy paid $282 for it.
Wow.
Because he was in a car show, and the car that was beating him all the time had a demo tape in the 8-track, and he walked in and said, "I got a demo track, but it's new in the wrapper."
Wow.
So he won like a 6-foot trophy and only cost him $282 for it.
Yeah. I know we're kind of off topic here, but like the whole car show mentality, huge, right? So if you're finding car parts, car clocks, I know we've got in the Facebook group Resellers Roundtable, Jim Andrasic, he fixes car clocks. I mean, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's an older guy, no doubt. Yeah. But these car club people, I mean, they're fanatics, and they spend some big money on the original parts, in my opinion. Not the reproductions. Maybe they might spend $30 for a T-shirt that says 57 Oldsmobile on it, but if it comes down to the original part and they don't have it, they want it, and they'll pay for it.
Real deal. That's how you get graded in car shows, man. It's got to be the real official thing.
Awesome.
No aftermarket stuff. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, dude. I appreciate it, Steve. So you got $827 on the beer sign. Diane, are you there? Diane. Hi, Diane. How are you?
Hi. Hold on here. Okay. Can you see me?
I can see you great. Awesome, Diane. Thanks for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. Diane, the beer sign, what do you think? I mean, what did that thing sell for?
I think $478.
$478. Okay, awesome. So, Diane, really quick, where are you from? And maybe talk about what platforms you sell on. Do you do eBay, Amazon, Etsy?
I do. I do Amazon and eBay. And I live in Bronco Country, Denver.
So you're in Denver right now. Are you getting a lot of snow?
Actually, today it's been really nice.
Gotta love that. What's a nice temperature in Denver? Is it like 50 degrees, 60 degrees?
65 is pretty warm here.
Awesome. Yeah, I like it. Here, I live in Arizona, and the weather here is just amazing. I mean, especially coming from Chicago, where people back home, they're shoveling. They're like, oh my God, this is cold. Diane, what are some of the cool things that you like to pick up and resell? Whether it's eBay or Amazon.
I have 6 kids, so toys.
So toys, yeah. So you have 6 kids. Wow, I've got 2 kids. I mean, they're a handful, to me, but 6 kids. So all these toys that come in, you're probably used to all the modern stuff and the Power Rangers and G.I. Joe and you name it, video games.
Yeah, video games. I have tons of everything. The kids are pretty good though. When I buy new product for FBA, they don't touch it. They don't ask for it or anything. So my youngest is 9 years old.
So are they in the Star Wars right now? I mean, the movie just came out recently, and
Star Wars, took them to see that after a couple weeks after it was out. Love all that. We just took them last week to go see. So they keep me up on all the current, stuff going on.
yeah, and that's how my kids are too. I mean, obviously my daughter, she's like 14 going on 25, so she doesn't want really anything that's like toy related. But my son, I mean, he's always like, hey, Dad, let's go see this movie or this toy line. And really, I'll be honest with you guys, I mean, over the years with reselling, I mean, there was things I would have even grabbed at like a thrift store or garage sale if it wasn't for my kids.
I have a daughter in college, so I get to know everything, what's going on. My daughter in college, I let her sell books on my account so she can have money, for school.
That's awesome. I mean, I think any way we can teach our kids, our siblings, to our family to say, hey, listen, reselling is not that bad of a gig, whether you have a full-time job or not. I mean, you can flip this stuff if you know what you're doing and make some good money. Wouldn't you say, Diane?
Yeah, definitely. I've been fortunate to be home with my kids pretty much our whole life. So
that's awesome. And then that's just, I mean, to be home with your kids and raise your kids, because there's so many. It's like when I remember, like, God, this is years ago, but being in that working field where it's like it's 24/7, and I'm working for this corporate job and I'm doing this, doing that, and all my time consumed with the job, where I really missed out on the finer things in life, like just watching my kids grow up.
Fast, I know. I'm very lucky. Take them to school, take them to soccer practice, take them to dance, go swim, and can still make money at it. So
that's awesome.
I was scared to start at FBA at first, like you spend your money and you're afraid that you're shipping it somewhere and you don't know, what's really going to happen to it. But as soon as you start selling things and you don't have to deal with it, I was like really happy about that. So
it worked out. So like, I mean, because that was the fear I had too, like sending stuff in going, oh my God, am I doing the right thing here? And then, once you get used to it, you're like, yeah, this does work. I mean, you send stuff in and people do give you a little bit more money than what it's worth.
It's amazing sometimes. But then it's really amazing when you spend money on product and, you get all these low ballers. Drop the price. That sucks. So.
That could be a whole other show we could talk about with these low ballers. I can't explain it. I mean, they're just, me personally, I like money, so I like high ROIs. I don't know why we have to chase for 10, 20% ROI sometimes, but it does happen in the Amazon game, especially with the retail arbitrage standpoint of it, but it doesn't need to be that way.
Yeah, everybody's Broncos here, so I've sold a lot of Bronco stuff and surprisingly out of state. I mean, from Maryland to California.
Mm-hmm.
I sold Bronco t-shirts, Bronco flags, Bronco everything. Belt buckle, just all kinds of stuff. A vintage 1980s starter jacket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sold that for like 60 for a best offer.
Yeah. Anything when you know, like you obviously you guys have the champions out there, Denver Broncos, and they've won the whole thing. That trend is going to continue on through the summer. So if you're out there and you're thrifting or wherever you're at, and you're seeing Denver Broncos anything, I would definitely pay attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, you can find it here pretty easy. So I entered a contest. I don't even remember what contest I entered last year, and I won a Peyton Manning autograph helmet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. They're like, yeah, you won, give me your address. First I thought it was a scam, but I got a autographed Peyton Manning helmet.
That's awesome.
Not the little one, like the official size.
Yeah, the full size. Wow. That's incredible. Yeah, the I got some friends back home in Indiana too that they're big Peyton Manning fans, and I didn't know this, but Peyton Manning has a foundation based in Indianapolis that if you donate it could be $5 or $10.
Yeah.
Send a letter. He will respond to you at some point in time with an autograph, which is amazing.
And I just feel he's getting older,
Mm-hmm.
He loves football and he doesn't want to quit. So.
No, there's no doubt about it. Peyton Manning's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years down the road, that autograph's going to be worth a lot of money. So that's awesome, Diana. You have $475 on the beer sign. Lance, are you there, dude?
478.
478. Oh, yeah. Thanks for correcting me.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Lance, dude, the beer sign.
That beer sign is 10 feet. That's big.
Yeah, it's huge.
But it was local pickup only. So, I don't know, man. I say 350. I say you probably take $300, but I'll say 350. I say 350.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking
a lot more, but I think you turned it and burned it. Whoever had it turned it and burned it at 350.
Yeah, because I mean, for me personally, Lance, I mean, a beer sign, I don't know if I'd have the gustos, especially something like that cool, to throw it to auction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's porcelain, so how much do you think that thing weighs?
Yeah.
So these aren't things that you sold. These are things that you just found on the internet.
Yeah. Everything I'm talking about tonight, obviously, I didn't sell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So still at local auction, local pickup only, I still say, yeah, 350.
350. Okay. So $350 on the sign.
That's a big ass sign though, man. I don't even know. That's big.
Dude, I don't even know. I wouldn't.
That's 10 feet. That's huge.
I know. Me personally, Lance, if the money was there, obviously I'm going to ship it.
Right.
Like 10 feet.
You can't ship a 10-foot sign.
Yeah. See, something like that, I would flip locally. You know what I mean? I'd be like, dude.
What? But you have to have the right market to get it. But that's a big sign. You could probably get a lot of money for it in the right market. If you were like New York or somewhere where you got that vintage, like a lot of money, a lot of people coming through. Maybe you have like a shop. You can put it into your shop and you can make some big money off it. But off eBay, local pickup, 350.
Cool. So Lance, tell us about yourself, man. How long you been reselling for? What platforms you like to sell on? You got a cat, obviously.
I've been reselling since like 2009. I started a pawn shop, managed a pawn shop, and then got into the business for myself a couple of years ago. And then I found y'all on the internet and started doing the clothing. Started learning a lot about clothing. I'm like, well, if I know everything about silver, gold, diamonds, tools, and everything on TVs, I know everything, right?
Yeah.
So I learned about some clothing. Learned about clothing, spent about a year on clothing, and now my clothing eBay is just like off the hook. It's like amazing. I can't believe it. So now I just got to figure out how I can take my knowledge from my pawn shop experience into my local game, because I don't do nothing local. I just do everything online, because I don't want to deal with nobody anymore. After all my years of pawn shopping, I'm done with them, man. I'm done with them, man. I'm tired of them.
Dude, those people are, I mean, they're hard. Those customers come in the door always trying to beat you up and
always trying to beat you down on the same ass story, man. The same shit every day. Man, no much a video game, a TV, whatever they got. If they got even if they got nothing, fake silver, they're just trying to beat you up, man, on some shit, man. It's like, man, I can't have it.
Yeah, you know what I mean, dude? I mean, I feel for it because I'm in the pawn shops all the time, and I always see people coming in. I'm like, dude, I don't want to ever be a pawn shop, you know? Because there's people coming in and be like, dude.
The game's fun. The game is really fun.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If you're there hustling and you know you got the money and you got the power over it, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's like, yeah, hey, I know what I can do. I know how far I can push you because you're going to take it no matter what.
Yeah. You know, like you're used to that, but like, you know, like the quick story where like this guy walks into this pawn shop. I'm just staying there. I'm looking at video games, electronics, and this guy walks in with like a 42-inch Vizio TV, and he's like, how much you want for it? I want $1,500.
Nah.
And I'm just sitting in the background. I'm like, dude, come on. You're at Walmart for $350, man. Come on. And the pawn shop owner is like, dude, we're not going to make this happen. I might give you $60. And this guy, obviously, it's kind of like that pawn TV show, that Detroit Pawn or whatever it is.
But everybody thinks whatever they have is worth way more than they got. It's like, oh, I own something, so it's worth way more than whatever it is. Man, your shit ain't worth nothing, man.
Yeah.
It's worth your drill is worth the same as any other drill out there.
Yeah.
Everybody got a TV. If you ain't got the 4K, if you don't got the thing that's curved, nobody cares, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as everybody else. And everybody thinks they got so much, they try and beat you down, man. And after all those years, I just want to stay away. I just want to sit in my house. And truthfully, man, I watch your videos, the Morning Cup of Joe's. Learn how to fucking package clothing properly, how to ship clothing properly. And that's that, dude. You watch those, dude. You can. That's gold mine right there. Easy.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's
easy.
Really quick with the clothing, dude. I mean, it's no joke. I mean,
no joke.
You know, talk about clothing, it's dead. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I mean, there's money there, man. I mean, some of the highest ROIs I get compared to Amazon, like if I'm retail arbitraging, right, and I'm going and buying $8 things and some for $15, dude, I could buy $2 shirts and some for $40 with clothing.
Yeah, I'll buy $1 things and blow them out $200, and people don't even know what's going on. They have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
Why are you picking that? And I'm like, don't even worry.
Yeah.
I'm over here picking.
All right, so Lance, you got $350 on the beer sign.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome, dude. Becky, you there?
I'm here.
All right. Hi, Becky. The beer sign, what do you think about that beer sign? It's like 10 feet long, almost like so huge. I don't know if I could put it in my minivan. What do you think that thing sold for?
My guess is going to be $675.
$675. Why do you say $675?
I don't know. Just sounds like a good number. No, it's such a big sign, and it's porcelain, so I more. But you know, you probably paid like $50 for it and flipped it for $675.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good score. I mean, porcelain signs. I mean, it's people know about it. American Pickers, TV shows, but to throw it to auction, I don't know. You said $675. I would probably be at. I mean, honestly, if I was just to randomly guess, even though I know what it sold for, I would put $5,000 to $1,000 on it. $500 to $1,000. That's where I'd be at. But Becky, really quick, just tell us a little bit about yourself. You sell on eBay, Amazon. How long have you been selling for? Give us a scoop on the back.
I started selling on eBay 15 years ago, doing the CDs. And then I just picked it up again about a year or two ago. I just started doing Amazon about a year ago. I do on OfferUp locally. I don't mess with Craigslist because I'm a woman and I don't want to mess with Craigslist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sell about everything. I just started buying from a liquidation company So it's kind of overwhelming, but it's a lot of fun.
Can you talk about really quick, Becky, if you don't mind, liquidation? What do you mean by that? Like, what type of items did you buy? Did you have to spend $10,000 to buy a liquidation?
No. And I'm in Las Vegas, by the way. I don't think I told you guys where I was, but so there's a company here, liquidation.com. I know some of you talked about it. It's really nice because I can just pick it up locally here, so I don't have to pay the shipping fees that they charge. And it's mainly online returns, so it's hit and miss in the lots. You know, some things you'll get are broken, but I found a lot. Housewares and bedding tends to do well. It tends to be fairly new, so that's about it. Just, did you have any other questions about the?
Yeah, with the liquidation, is the stuff that you're getting, is it used, or a lot of it you're finding, is it new? I mean, is it resellable, like online-wise?
A lot of it is online returns. So, like with bedding, people might get it. It might be the wrong color. It's in the package. Like you can tell it hasn't been taken out and washed or used or anything. So I sell them as a store return on eBay. And I'm doing well.
So you disclose flat out and say, hey, this is a store return.
Yeah, because I did have one item that they said, well, the packaging wasn't complete, it wasn't new. And so from then on out, I just said, okay, this is a store return.
Yeah.
And I'm covered.
That's great.
So you know, it's anywhere from like, you can get curling irons, hair dryers, a lot of like home, like hair removal item. People buy all this new stuff that's come out.
Yeah.
It's an online return, and they're buying it, and I'm getting it for cheap. So
do you find, like, I mean, that liquidations, because a lot of people think liquidations, like, oh my God, it's a bunch of junk. Obviously, you know, you've been doing pretty well with it. That do you see yourself doing more of that in 2016?
Yeah, I actually just started last October doing it. And then I was buying 1 or 2 lots a month just to test the waters. And then I have a brother that's trying to fix up a house. So he's been buying a lot. And so I've been selling stuff for him too. And kind of, I'm getting to see all the different kinds of lots, from the furniture lots to the big appliance lots, to try to see what's best to purchase.
That's awesome. So I'd be interested to hear more about like how your story is going with all this, because I think it's a great topic, liquidation, and obviously liquidation.com and a lot of these other places out there that sell this type of stuff, because I think you have to understand, like, once you get the stuff, you got to know how to sell it then, you know, and you just can't sell what is new. And I think that's the biggest thing with new people. They go, oh, well, it's liquidation or whatever. Like you just said, you know, the packages might be beat up a little bit or whatever. As long as you describe it right, it'll sell. You know, where you just have to describe it right. Don't try to play it off like it's brand new. You know what I mean?
Right. As long as you cover yourself, then you're fine.
Yeah.
And during Christmas time, I sold a lot of those star showers, and I even sold them after Christmas time.
Nice.
So, you know, something may have been wrong with it, but I had enough where I could swap them out and make them work, and I did really well with that.
That's awesome. So you got 675 hours on the sign. We're going to see where, hopefully here pretty soon. I know we were pushing some time here, but I just wanted to get everybody's kind of story really quick and hear from each other before we really pump these other ones out, and we'll move faster here, obviously. But is Kendall there? Kendall? Kendall, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to go with $875.
$875.
Yes.
Sounds like a freaking deal, dude. Kendall, tell us about yourself, man. What kind of reselling you do? Are you full-time, part-time?
Full-time. Been doing mainly eBay since about 2003. And I do a little bit of OfferUp and a little bit of Craigslist. I'm trying that new platform, Mercury.
Okay.
I've sold one item, put one item up yesterday and sold it. A little item, but I mainly do try to focus on like business equipment for the most part now. as far as eBay, and I do direct sales from customers that I actually interacted with on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do a lot of vintage audio equipment, stereo equipment, before that got a lot more competitive. But yeah, that's pretty. I'm in California, in Fresno, California.
Okay. So like when you say like the electronics, the vintage electronics, it got competitive. Is there no money in that anymore, or do you not source it anymore? Just give us a bio on that really quick. Like, I mean, is it worth even your time to look at vintage electronics, or?
For me, it's not. I used to. I got introduced to it probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And at that time it was plentiful. I mean, I would go out to the flea markets like 3 or 4 times a week, and every day, I would pick up some nice vintage equipment. But then more people started finding out about value, and now certain vendors, they're looking things up on eBay, and even if it's not working, they're using eBay to determine that price that they're selling it for. So I got a few flea market vendors that I deal with directly, but I still buy some equipment, if somebody, brings it to me, but I don't seek it anymore.
Do you find that like it's just easier for you to sell it locally through a flea market guy rather than messing online with it, like that stuff? Because electronics, that's the biggest thing is, I mean, there are scammers that are out there. There are certain price points to certain of these things, but if you could just flip it locally to somebody, man, that might be a good gig too, right?
Well, yeah, the thing is there's export from Vietnam that are direct buyers that'll come from, I'm in the Central Valley. So the next closest thing to me is almost 300 miles as far as major, the Bay Area. And then I'm about 3 hours, 4 hours from LA area, give or take. And so there's buyers that come from those places to purchase in bulk and ship it overseas. So they pay decent prices. You're going to get a higher amount for the items on eBay, but it's not really worth the hassle anymore. I haven't really got, over my years of doing it, I've got scammed maybe one time, but I've done, hundreds of vintage electronic transactions, so I mean, it's, for the most part, I feel that people are honest, and, I like to believe that anyway, so yeah, that's basically it as far as the vintage electronic wise.
Awesome. So you got $875 on the beer sign. Kendall, you got some expertise in electronics, so you're a member of Resellers Roundtable. If anybody's got questions, would you be happy to answer them? I mean, and be like, hey, yeah, dude, that's worth $20 or $2,000.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely. I'm an open book.
I appreciate you, Kendall, being a part of this, man. I'm having a blast here so far tonight, guys. Let's move down the line here, guys. We've got Mike Dalton, dude, from another Arizonian, Tucson. I was just down there this weekend, dude. You there, Mike? Maybe we'll have to get back to Dalton.
Hold on. Yeah, the iPad's about to croak on me, so I might have to relog in on the phone. But
okay.
I don't know. I've been selling for it's only been about 4 years, and I do mostly toys. Right now, vintage toys and stuff like that, but pretty much anything I can get my hands on. Other than that, I'm probably fairly new compared to most folks here and what you guys sell and whatnot. I haven't got into the Amazon thing yet, so.
Dude, we got to get you into that, dude. I mean,
I know.
I got to come to Tucson and just get you in the Amazon stuff.
I know.
You've got some killer vintage toys.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
You've
been going through a bucket of Power Rangers right now, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've got some killer stuff, dude. I went to I think it was the Arizona Icon. I missed you that one time, but I looked at your booth. And I'm like, dude, this guy's got it going on. You've done some periscopes, and I'm like, man, you got some great sales with these vintage action figures. There's money in it, man. They're not.
That's good stuff.
Tell these people out there, dude. There's money in Turtles and G.I. Joe, obviously Star Wars.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I bought a tub for from a guy, and it's like there's just like I don't know. There's just little gems in there. There's this little PVC character that went on sold on eBay for $80. It's just one little thing in there, you know. And it's like I don't know. I love buying that kind of stuff, going through the old stuff and matching it up. But I sell a lot of the toys locally, you know, because I've got a lot of people that that look for certain things, military items, that kind of stuff. I've got somebody that buys that, Nintendo games and things like that. So when I find it, I just call them.
So you do a lot of like the local hustle. Like, I mean, you're the action figure guy in your network.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you, dude, get like 300-400 retro video games. Like I've seen you, and you're just like, yeah, it's no big deal. I'm like, dude, why wouldn't you do those on Amazon? And you're like, hey, I'm selling them locally, dude, and that's awesome.
Right? Yeah. Or I'll sell them on eBay or Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
You got me into the Etsy thing.
How do you like Etsy so far, dude? I mean,
I do. I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes it goes in spurts, but like it's just money that just keeps coming in. The more you list, and you just keep putting that stuff up there, and then people buy like in chains. They won't buy just if you've got it priced right. They'll not just buy one item. They'll buy like 4 or 5 at a time.
Yeah.
They'll just like clear me out of all the GI Joes, or they'll clear me out of all the turtles or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's kind of nice.
What's your thoughts on Star Wars, dude? Because you're an action figure guy. I'm an action figure guy. Vintage Star Wars, are they in the up and up, or is it dead?
No, vintage will always be good. I just sold a bunch of it on eBay. Just like the vintage stuff is always going to be valuable.
Yeah,
and that's what it's kind of like old baseball cards. You know anything from the 50s, 40s, 30s, pre-war is going to be worth a lot of money. It's always going to be collectible. That's the stuff that holds its value. It actually really gains value. So yeah.
And like those figures, dude, when you find them and they have the weapons and they're complete, dude, they're worth a lot more money, man.
Yeah, the weapons, the Star Wars weapons. Yeah.
I sold a Princess Leia, dude, loose for $19 on Etsy. Just loose. And I'm like, dude, this just tells me, I mean, there's money in toys, but my God,
the weapon for Princess Leia, for a vintage Princess Leia, will cost you. It'll run you $50.
Yeah,
just for the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
One of my best scores, Mike, was a guy when I had my shop in Chicago. A guy walked in there with a Princess Leia original mint on card figure. He walked in. He goes, "What would you give me for this?" And I said, "Listen." And I'm honest with people. I said, listen, here's a dilemma with this. This card's so mint. This figure's so... Right. And the guy told me the story. He goes, dude, I bought it for my wife. We put it in a safe. It's been 30 years. I'm looking to get this appraised. I said, well, we have 2 options. I can send it in and get graded.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back, which it looks like it's immaculate.
Yeah, it'd come back as a high grade.
Yeah, you could be sitting at 1,000+ card figure. Yeah. And... he goes, well, I don't want to wait for that. I said, well, it's only like $35, $25. But, there is a time period,
Yeah, it takes a while.
Weeks or whatever. And he goes, well, what would you give me for it? And I sat there and I'm like, dude, it was just an awkward spot for me because I'm like, I'm not here to rip people off. I was like, dude, I think $200 is fair.
Right.
I really do. And he's like, oh, man, can you do any more? I said, I don't want to do any more. I'd rather consign this with you. I'll send it, and I'll pay the $25-$30 to get it graded.
Right, and get 1,000 for it or whatever.
Crazy. What the difference? And he didn't want any part of that. I got it for $200. When I put it in my network, I threw it out there. I'm like, hey, I got a vintage Princess Leia mint on card. I mean, unpunched, original. Yeah. And the guy walked to my shop and handed me $1,000 in a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool and everything, but I'm sitting there, even to this day, I'm like, dude, what is that thing worth now if it was graded? You know what I mean?
Yeah, It's nuts. Yeah, I bought some carded figures a while back, and the thing is with toys, it's weird because there's like strange variants or whatever. If something has a different paint scheme or something, or the card back is different, they can be worth twice what the regular card is going for, and the ones that I bought from this guy ended up being these different card back, Star Wars card back configurations or whatever. And it ended up being worth twice what they would regularly go for. But yeah, it's crazy shit.
All right, so Mike Dalton, the beer sign, what did it sell for?
I didn't know at the first. I didn't notice. Everybody else seemed to notice the local sell, but I would say I'm going to say 700.
$700. We're going to find out pretty soon.
I mean, somewhere thereabouts, but yeah, I'd say 7.
Like I said, I'd be safe. I would be like 500 to $1,000. I mean, more than likely.
I mean, if I were starting the auction, I would have started that at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, because the shipping on that just alone and the insurance.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But yeah, this is an interesting item for sure. Appreciate it, Mike, for you coming on here and talking. James, you there, dude? I know we're getting to the end of the first round here, and I promise that we'll speed it up. James, you there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude. All right, so James, the beer sign. Let's get right into that really quick. What did that thing sell for?
I'm right there with Kendall, $875.
$875. Awesome. James, quick little story on yourself, man. Talk to us, man. I mean, you selling eBay, Amazon? How long you been reselling for? You full-time, part-time?
I've only been selling about 6 months full-time. eBay, Amazon, a little bit of local offer up, Craigslist.
Awesome. So full-time, dude, like you're in the mix now, man. You got to hustle hard, right?
I tell you what, it's actually I only do this to be able to stay home with my son and my wife. You know, she's a nurse. I drove a truck for 4 years while she was in school or 3 years. And once all that got done and she got a job and everything, it made more sense for me to stay home than pay daycare and all that. So I get to stay home. You know, when I was in the truck, I didn't get to, you know, really see my son and all that. So I really like this and got to watching some of your videos, and that's really how I got into reselling. You know, found you on YouTube and then the Resellers Roundtable.
That's awesome, man. I mean, you know what? That right there is the power. I mean, there's money in reselling, but to stay home, I mean, you were on the road for all those years, dude, and just driving trucks and, you know, to spend time with your family, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing we all have, you know, is our time. And I can't stress that enough, man. If you can spend time with your family and you do something you love, I mean, it's amazing. And so, James, like, you know, you recently went full-time. I mean, how are you liking this lifestyle? I mean, you got time with the family now and the kids. I mean, it means everything, right?
Oh yeah. Pretty much, you know, other than my wife's schedule, just work around it and can pretty much, you know, do what we want when we want. You know, instead of being home on the weekend for, you know, 30 hours or so. But yeah, I like it. Learning as I go, you know, pretty much just look at something and know that, you know, that's unique, or, you know, pick it up and, you know, usually I'm right. So
that's awesome.
I like proving her wrong too. She's like, nobody wants that. And I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, right, dude. Dude, I had these Brat Styles, right? I went to a garage sale and Kim's like, she wasn't even with me, and I brought these Brat Styles home, and she goes, "What did you buy those for?" I'm like, $10. She goes, "They're not even worth $10. Throw them out." I said, No, I'm gonna sell them. And I sold them for $95. And I turned to her, I said, "Kim, look." She goes, "I would never bought those." You know, and that's the fun part, like when you have the spouse and everything, you know, they wonder why you're buying some of this junk or garbage. But when you sell it, you're like, nah, boo, boo, man. I just got $80, you know, and I only spent 5 or 10, you know? That's awesome, dude. So James, tell me really quick about, like, something that it was an awesome score for you, man, that, like, you bought it and you're like, dude, I can't believe I paid this price, and you sold it, and it was just an amazing find.
I guess probably the best so far was when I first got started. I was checking out Craigslist and found this girl. She was getting rid of her game collection, from everything from regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Atari. I mean, bukus. I've still got some of it, and I give like $500 for it. And I've way I probably got about 2,000 out of it so far, and still going. So, I mean, it filled up a truck. So.
Those video games, dude. I mean, they're no joke, aren't they? I mean, those things are profitable. They sell.
Yeah. Yeah, they would probably all be gone if I would quit being lazy and list them. I can't quit going out and picking stuff up, and I do more of that than actually listing. But when I do get it listed, it goes out the door. So that's nice.
Awesome. So you like? I mean, what would you say the most? What is the one thing that you keep getting attracted to as a reseller that you see and you're like, dude, I know that's money. Is it video games or?
Yeah, video games, board games, toys. You know, I got my 3-year-old, so he kind of helps me. Like y'all were saying earlier, you know, you got a kid, you kind of see what they like, and you can go with that. And plus, it makes it a little easier when I'm out thrifting. I can run down and keep him occupied, and so.
That's awesome, dude. So appreciate it, James. You're at $875 on the beer sign, right?
Yeah.
875. All right. I might have missed a couple people. I know I shouted some people out. I don't know if I missed your turn. Definitely let me know. Jason, are you still there, dude? And we're gonna move on to round 2 really quick. I know this is getting lengthy, guys, but we'll speed through it on the second part here. Jason, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So awesome, Jason, man. Thanks for being a part of this. What's your thoughts on the beer sign, dude? Was this like
You know, that's something I don't know anything about. I would just guess about $400, but I'm clueless on those things. I've never had any experience with them.
Yeah, $400. You know, it's one of those weird things, dude. It's like, you know, wouldn't it not be better to sell locally? Here's my brain. You know what I mean, Jason? Where it's like, is it better to sell locally, or would you go through eBay on that? I don't know. You know. This might be one of those things where we look at it and go, "Oh, that obviously that worked on eBay, but
messed up, man."
Yeah, so
you said 400, man.
It's so big. Yeah, too late. That's the guess. Yeah, it's so big. I wouldn't want to ship that thing. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with that, dude.
I wouldn't want to try to pack it or have to deal with bent or any of that garbage.
Dude, I hate shipping glass, dude. Like I got another piece of glass where I sold, and thank God it's like my last. Well, I probably have 10 more pieces of glass out there, but I sold it for like $60. I'm like, okay, cool. I appreciate that. I paid $1 for it, but I hate shipping glass. I mean, I just hate shipping bulky, big things. I really do. But Jason, so you're at $400, dude. Jason, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So just give us a quick bio on yourself, man. Looks like you got a lot of stuff going on in the background, man. See some board games.
I'm covered.
Tell me what platforms you like, the whole 9 yards, man.
Buried in junk here. Been doing eBay for off and on since it started. I think 98, something like that.
Nice.
Just started Amazon like I don't know 4 or 5 months ago. I work in the trade show industry, so I'm around a lot of like conventions and stuff like that. So I'm able to pick up a lot of their junk that they don't want to haul home, and I've been throwing that on eBay and Amazon, and it's been good. It's been going good. I like it.
So you're going to find a lot of private label products, a lot of products that haven't really hit the market, per se.
Right.
That people just might work at the trademark or the trade show thing. People probably leave it there.
Yeah, a lot of it. Or I mean, you can buy it at such a price that it's almost like getting it for free.
Yeah,
it's so cheap.
So, like your experience with Amazon, what's your thoughts right now? Is this where you're going to spend most of your time selling? Is Amazon?
I think so. I'm liking the being able to send it in and just be, for the most part, be done with it. It's so much better than eBay. I think. I don't know. Just the ease of it's pretty nice.
It is amazing. I mean, you throw stuff in a box, you ship it there, and you're collecting money.
Done. Right.
Anything better than that. I mean, it's almost like the perfect formula. But so like you were saying, you were doing eBay early on. What were some of the items that you like to sell on eBay that were profitable for you?
I mean, it was nothing real serious. I would always be thinking in the back of my head, oh, I wish I could just have something I could buy and sell for about $30 and, not have to worry about it. For a while, I did RC cars. So we were buying them and then stripping them, tearing them apart and parting them out. That worked for a little bit, but Yeah, just a little bit of whatever. Anything I can get my hands on.
That's awesome. You guys see that? On auction, $7,445.89 with 39 bids.
God.
Really?
So the winner of that round has got to go to Elizabeth. She had $1,899. Close. But anybody want to chime in on this, dude? I mean, that's $7,400, dude. I mean, that's just, like I said earlier, I would be like $500 to $1,000.
It's really big, though.
I'm betting a local bar and grill or something or some
That's what I was thinking, because it's so big.
bar bought it.
Yeah. They had to.
Where was this sold?
New York.
Montour,
New York. So is Genesee a brewery from that area?
From what I looked it up, yeah.
It is, okay.
Well, if
All
it's from the 30s, yeah, most likely it's from the area, from the northeast. Or east.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because
obviously,
like in Montana, if you find something from Kessler Brewery, which was a brewery that operated there years ago, you could probably make quite a bit of money on it.
Isn't that just silly though? almost $7,500.
That's
Just amazing.
ridiculous. That's amazing.
Just, I mean,
Holy crap.
it's something like that. Like, I mean, that's why I put it out there. I'm like, man, you never know. I'm sure that guy was shocked.
it's still 10 feet large. You know what I mean?
I know.
When they were moving it.
It actually is. That's a really big sign.
Huge. It has to go to a restaurant or a bar. I mean, for
New York, something like that. You know what I mean? Something huge like that. Some big franchise has to grab that up.
something crazy. So I just thought that was pretty wild. All right.
Well, it said it came off the side of the brewery.
Yeah.
It was like the actual brewery their main big dog billboard, I guess.
It's just cool to see, like, items like that go for just, I'm not saying outrageous money, but that's $7,500. So if you find stuff like that, don't be afraid to. I don't know if I'd have the weight to throw that to auction.
I don't know if they have one of those on my group.
Hey, Mike, how much would you buy that for if you saw it in someone's barn?
Dude, I'll tell you what, like I was praying.
If they said, "Hey, I want $800 for it," would you buy it? Maybe now you would.
Now, see, that's the thing. Now I would, dude. Now I totally would, but I think originally, without knowing the price, I would be in. My price point would be $500 to $1,000. And obviously I was way the freaking far left field.
Sure.
That's crazy.
I was the furthest away.
I was going low too because I was thinking local pickup.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna fucking bid on it, so it's gonna be fucking easy snipe.
Yeah.
So essentially, the people that bid $700-800, that was the shipping.
Yeah.
Right? That was half of the shipping.
10% of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, we got you here, dude. You saw what I was showing there, dude. What do you think? Was that outrageous? $7,500 for that beer sign, or what was your thoughts?
Dude, that is insane. When I didn't even see. I was just listening to everybody comment on what they thought it would cost, and honestly, I was waiting for you to talk to me, but I'm just kind of lurking out here. Actually, it's raining all around me, so I'm trying to be real quiet. But I was going to come up with some really stupid number, like $2,000 or $3,000, just to be way off the mark. And then when I saw $8,000, I was floored. But when you look at artwork in general, and you look at some really bizarre artwork, and you go, man, why would you ever pay $200,000, $300,000 for a piece of artwork? Mm-hmm. There's the reason. There's a buyer out there for everything. Could you imagine the person that received that and the pride of ownership of paying $8,000 for a beer sign? Totally. That's awesome. That gets you excited, man.
Yeah. I mean, that person that had the money to buy that is stoked. Dude, they got that delivered, dude. They're like, dude, this is the shit.
That either went into somebody's like private pub or possibly into somebody's theater or something like that. So there's a market for all that stuff. That's what makes me so excited about this every day. to get out and look for the stuff. The excitement, it's like literally digging for gold every day of the week. It's just a blast.
I wonder if that was an interior designer might have bought it.
Could have been.
They might have had a contract to design for a bar.
An Applebee's.
Yeah, an Applebee's. Yeah.
And that
All
might have
that
been a
shit's-
deal, dude. They might have been like, dude, that's $8,000, no problem. We're selling it for 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff fits,
Some
fits
interior
in the budget.
some interior dezigers are going to get $50,000-$60,000 to show up and do a design.
Yep.
So for them to say, all right, you're going to spend $20,000 on chairs, you're going to spend $100,000 on the bar top, and we're going to get a couple of these $8,000 vintage signs, and this place is going to be dope. People are going to they're going to be lining up to get in this place. So it's all part of business, man.
Yep.
On topic.
Peter, good to have you here. Can you give us a quick bio on yourself, dude? To talk about like how long you've been reselling for?
I'm a baby to all this, man. I did this out of necessity. I kind of started the backwards way. I started with DS domination that everybody kind of poo-poos, and I really did really well on DS domination, but I got kicked off because I was breaking the rules on Amazon, and Amazon said, hey, Pete, you got to go. So, I started searching the web like I do every day, and I came across this guy named Global Voodoo, and I'm like, who is this cat?
That tool?
And I'm sitting in the background there as well. She's got her glass going too. And I came across you, man, and I'm like, hey, this dude's legit. I watched you drive around and with your son, listen to music, and I'm going, this is the type of person I am, so this is all my intention's going to go to you, Mike. So first of all, thank you for all that you do. I'm not sure that you get enough thanks from everybody. So I'm for everybody, I'm thanking you for what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm on all the normal platforms, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Craigslist. I do a lot of Facebook hustle. I love Facebook. I think that's the key to all this. If you've got a good Facebook group, man, you can seriously rock it.
Yeah.
Seriously rock it. I'm also on our new platform that I'll let you talk about that, and I've been rocking that as well.
Yeah, dude. It's not. I mean, it's shit, dude.
It is. All the things that I can't get rid of.
Yeah.
All those little nichey little things. I'm like, man, this is a dope platform because it's a young market. Yeah. They want inexpensive things. They pay right away. Before you even ship out, the payments there. And Macari has done a very, very good job of putting together a very, very tight program. It's for the reason why they're getting all the funding in all these different directions. Social selling is here to stay.
Yeah, it's the future, I think. I mean, it's obviously it's not eBay, but I just the power behind it. If you're in the app and you're testing it and you're working with it, dude, it's powerful, man.
It absolutely
I'm selling things, guys, in seconds and minutes, and it's just amazing. I mean, it reminds me of eBay back in the days. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim says it's gotten our kids interested in the selling.
Like they've always been ashamed, for lack of a better word.
Like to them, they would be like, "Oh, I don't want to sell on eBay."
Like that's old news to them. That's old people stuff, and this has gotten them interested in wanting to do it. Our daughter almost has enough for a plane ticket back to Chicago to visit some of her friends just from selling on Macari.
Just off Macari.
Crazy. That is crazy. Crazy. Yeah.
Stuff just as a 14-year-old little girl. Stuff sitting in her room.
Yeah.
She's flipped it, so she's got a plane ticket.
Yep.
Nuts.
Yeah, $500.
Reselling's a legit business, man. I mean, it's legit. It really is legit. I mean, we get to do a lot of stuff, that a lot of people don't get to do. Yeah. I mean, it's legit. So to teach a youngster, I own my own business, and I do something completely different every day. And I'm always telling the guys that work for me, I go, this is a great business, but there's always more. There's always more you can learn. Educate yourself. Yeah. Watch Mike's videos, and they're hip with it as well.
For sure. Awesome, Peter. I appreciate it, man.
I want to do one. I came out here because I want to.
All right, you want to pick one? All right, we're gonna fly through these because we haven't at number one yet.
You're still at number one.
I know. We begin. I promise this, guys. I promise this right now. Right?
All right.
We're gonna fly through these right now. I'm gonna go right through the list, and whoever's there is there. We're just gonna. You're gonna play here. All right. So here, guys. Here is And I'm going to go to, we're going to go back to Elizabeth, if you're still there. This is a manual collection gray stripe black 3-button jacket blazer, Western Rockabilly, extra large, thrown to auction on January 14th with free shipping. Elizabeth, what did that sell for?
I don't do as much menswear, but I'm going to say it went to auction.
Yep, auction.
57.
57 bucks. Duane, Doc, you guys still there? Duane, Doc. Don't see them.
Go 90.
Hey, Duane.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
90.
90 bucks. So Duane, Doc, 90 bucks. All right, Kim. You have no idea how much.
No, I don't. I have no idea what.
Right, what is
I
it?
knew you were going to play the game, but I did not know. I don't know what products you're showing.
All right, so I'm showing this as a manual collection. Let me just screen share again so people can see it. There, you can see it now. It's a manual collection. Funky looking rockabilly blazer.
I'm going to say 180.
180. Okay. All right. Dana, are you still there, dude?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, dude?
I think it's going to go a little high. I'm going to say 125. You threw out that rockabilly keyword, so maybe Billy Bob Thornton bought it.
135 bucks, right?
Yep.
All right, Gina, are you there?
Yeah, I had 187 in mind.
All right, 187. Okay, moving down. Phil, you still there, buddy?
This is like the Price is Right. I
I
said
know.
180 and she said 187.
Yeah.
Like she went that dollar more.
I know.
That person that does the dollar more.
You gotta get
I
competitive.
had 187 in mind. You were reading my mind.
Those are the people that get shanked in the parking lot after a show.
All right, Phil, you there? Phil's going too. Steve. I know Steve's there. I see him.
Unmute me, man.
There you go, dude.
Okay.
You're unmuted.
I don't think it broke 100. $91.
$91. All right, Zaza. I don't think we got to you last time, buddy. There. Diane, are you there?
150. 150.
Diane's got 150. Okay, Lance, dude. What did that thing sell for? It's rockabilly.
Hey, can I see the buttons?
All right, let me screen share again.
Please. That's the most important part, right?
Pretty pimp.
Are the metal? What are those?
They're metal. Yeah, they're definitely metal.
Give me that fourth picture. Can you do that fourth picture right there?
I honestly I can't because I just screen capped it. But
$300. $300
$300.
They're metal.
Yeah, they're definitely metal.
I wonder what kind of metal that is. $300.
Okay, so Lance at 300. Becky, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think, Becky?
So I was gonna say 295, and he totally stole it with 300. Like,
Man,
Go 301.
That's when you go 301. Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna stick with 295.
295.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going closest without going over?
Yep. Whoever's the closest, either
Not
positive or
going over?
negative, but you can go over.
Okay.
So whoever's closest. Kendall.
I'm gonna go with 325.
325. All right. Mr. Dalton.
I was gonna say 280. Looks like one of them things that, like, once it gets past the 250 mark, people
All of a
start.
sudden, everyone's bidding up now that I said something.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, we're up to that 250 mark, and it's like, that's why I'm gonna say 280.
If they only knew it went for $30. Anyway, James. James, what do you think?
Say James.
Yep, James. What do you think, man?
After that sign, I really don't know. I think $750.
$750. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Jason, what do you think, man?
Yeah, after the sign, I don't know. I'm out there. I don't know, $800, something crazy.
800. I think that's it. Did I miss anybody?
$1,000.
Throwing out crazy numbers.
Did I miss anybody? No?
Yeah, you missed me.
Oh, sorry, Peter. Peter's back in the game. Let me catch you. Okay, Peter, what do you think?
Like
all right, so you got to imagine the guy that's going to buy that. So this guy has got jet black hair. He's got the, he's got the side lamb chops, and rockabilly is the key term there. And that's a $10 jacket at any Goodwill and Salvation Army down here in Southern California. But I'm telling you what, somebody's on fire for it. I'm going to say it went for $950.
$950. Dude, this is crazy.
It certainly would be my money. I wouldn't give more than $15 for it, but
I know.
Best time to buy it is when you see it, right? Is that what that's what that guy was thinking. He's like, if you see it, buy it, right? What did it go for?
$990.
Damn!
Oh, shit. Dude, Peter, you're old.
Whoa!
I'm gonna get shanked in the parking lot now.
I will never see this again. Must have.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Crazy.
that's crazy. This guy's gonna be dancing.
Those type
He's
of
gonna be
deals.
dancing to the Stray Cats with that jacket on. He's got to look that.
That's crazy shit right there.
Dude, that's out of control.
That's awesome.
Dude, Billy Bob could afford that.
Good.
Yeah.
That's who bought it.
Somebody
That's who bought it.
With the pork chop freaking sideburns.
Yeah, well, I liked the story.
Yeah.
I liked the story of the guy who was buying it. So
Stray Cat strut.
Killer.
No, there's stuff like that. There's stuff like that. You can put it up, and it's just
crazy.
when are they going to see that again?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can price it. You can price it accordingly. You can price things like that accordingly.
I wonder what it started at.
There's certain toys. It's like, when are you going to come across that again? Yeah, it's just a plastic thing, but like, when are you going to see that again?
I do.
I have something very similar to that right now. I have something very
similar. $20.
That'd be interesting to know next time if we can find out. What.
I guess I should look it up. I could have.
No, I'm just saying maybe next time you play the game, when you get the stuff together, find out what the auction price started at. I mean, did they start it at $9.99? Like what?
Oh wow,
99 cents.
You know what I mean? Like what they started at, that it got up to $990. That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
True that.
Have any of you guys ever used that as a selling point though? It's like I've used that before. It's like there's a toy or some kind of product, it's like you got $50 on it or $100 on it, which seems outrageous for what it is, but you're like, you're never going to see this again. Where are you going to find another one of these?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what that jacket was. That guy's never going to find another one of those like that again. That's the one chance you got.
Yeah, I got all kinds of that.
That'd be good too, is to see how good of a description that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need, the full description. We can't base this off of pictures. Come on, Mike.
Title?
Yeah.
The title.
All I'm saying is, like, it'd be interesting.
Fucking dumb shit.
Like that. I think maybe in the future, one of those items that you pick that are like that, okay? Yeah. Get the full description and everything to find out what did that person do? What did they start out at?
Yeah, maybe I should, but
was the description,
the title was nothing, dude. I mean, it was just
that's what I'm saying. What was it about this that people bid it the hell up like that? That's all I'm saying. I wonder. See, that's me though. I want to know now the background.
All right, well, I'm going to circle that and I'll tell the background.
What did they do?
You got to find the original owner and
to get
what country it came from, and
that's one of those things too. There's sometimes I will put things to auction because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, you're depending on the audience's knowledge of it. Like, I put up some Hot Wheels like motorcycles. They were rumblers, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. There's so many variations, and writers and all that kind of thing, and it was like, I just have to put these up to see where they go, because that way you're kind of determined. You describe it the best you can, like that jacket, and then you're letting the audience that knows that piece.
They dictate the price.
They dictate the price.
You're letting the market.
You're letting the market.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun. And then you're like, this one I would have asked $5 for. They're like, it runs up to 50, you know, because like your best research would have said, well, maybe this is worth about $10, you know, but you don't know. They know the variations, they know the color differences, they know the condition differences.
And that's the
all
great,
that kind of thing.
the great thing about eBay in 2016, that you can still do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can, yes.
You really can. If it's something that's rare and you're looking it up,
unique,
if you looked it up to complete listings, you're like, dude, it looks like a rare toy, but you throw it to auction, it goes for 60.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
All right, what's our next one?
All right. So here we go. Share screen. New sealed Nintendo NES, original Nintendo, with the ink theme. It's legit. Legend of Zelda.
Box.
Ships fast and safe.
Which is strange to have in the title. Of like, what kind of keywords are those?
What does it say? Is it sealed?
Yeah, sealed HC. HC means that there's a lot of problems with people with Nintendo games.
That people resealing them. Yeah, they re-shrink wrap them.
He's pretty much saying, hey, this is the legit,
the original
scene.
Right.
Hard to reproduce that scene.
Yeah, because they've got a machine.
He should have sent that into FBA.
Yeah, he probably, anyway, it's right now best offer, free shipping in Florida. It was probably Steve's Zelda, so he'll know the price. But all right, let's just move down the line here. The Elizabeth, what do you think of the Zelda game? Buy it now. It's sold. Zelda sealed. Elizabeth, you there?
Sorry, I was muted.
No.
I typed in the chat, but I'm just going to throw out $1,299.
$1,299.
Yeah.
Okay. Carolyn, you still there? She's gone. Duane, Doc.
150.
Doc says 150. Dana.
349.
349. Gina.
Back to my 787.
$787. Steve.
333.
333. Zaza, I think unless you're there, Zaza. We'll move on to Diane. Diane.
$12.95.
$12.95.
Zaza says 1,200.
Zaza says 500.
1,200 on her chat.
Okay, 1,200. Okay, cool. Caught it. Diane says $12.95.
Yeah.
Lance.
I was thinking about 6 for that thing.
600.
Yeah, 600.
Okay. Becky.
I'm gonna go $850.
$850. Kendall.
I was $399.
Kendall's at $399. Mike Dalton.
I'm gonna go $950.
$950. James.
Yeah.
$675. $675.
$675. Jason.
I was thinking like $375.
$375. And Peter. Pete still there?
How many of those new sealed Zelda games do you have laying around, Mike?
Oh, I got a shit ton, dude.
You probably do, though.
I do. It's a sickness, though.
I want to play.
All right, so Kim, we're waiting on Peter, but Kim,
Okay.
what do you think that sold for?
$40.
$40? All right, let's just go over and see what happened here. Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. Let's see.
Damn. I'm not right.
$799. So,
ooh, all right.
Yeah, $787. Yeah,
Be
you got it.
closest, yeah.
$787.
Yeah, I'm basing all my prices off what it would sell for if I was to sell it.
Yeah.
That's a
I
nice
was
little
thinking if I came in with the low ball, like the person that bid
During
the
Christmas. Oh man.
I figured everyone's gonna be so way over that if I bid like something low, I'd be like that person
Well, you
that
would
gets
have.
to go on.
I mean, you're at 40.
$1. Yeah.
If it was like $100 or something, then I'd be closest.
Dude, I mean, that is a nice game to have.
I know, but see,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You never know.
I know.
Yeah, but still $800 is still high for a new one, I think.
Yeah, it's because of Christmas.
Yeah, like when it sold
December 20th.
Yeah, December.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got the date.
Some little rich person got a freaking stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
So no, some 35-year-old dude in his mom's basement. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, next one. Let's see. Let me go scroll through here.
This is fun. I remember.
I know.
I
Remember
remember
this
playing
game?
this game. I loved this game.
Okay. This is okay. Let's go. Let's move on forward here. I know this is a little lengthy, guys, but this is like the beta test, and we got everybody out of the way, so we're rolling now. All right. Sony Sports Walkman, SRF M78 with wristband. Won an auction, February 17th. So that was today, right? So
What's
17th.
today? Yeah.
Yeah.
Free shipping out of Chicago. Elizabeth, what do you think?
I have one of those.
$117.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working?
They did
Or
describe,
it's gotta
they
be
did describe it as working.
They describe it as working.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have
170.
headphones?
170.
Headphones with it? What's it got with it?
No headphones, just as is.
With wristband.
With the with the wristband on the original unit.
Okay. I'm gonna, well, I'll wait. I'll wait my turn.
Okay.
The wristband does say Walkman on it.
Yeah. Carolyn, you there?
Okay.
I don't think Carolyn's been there. Duane Doc?
$328.
$328. Dana?
That didn't go for more than 75.
$75. Gina?
$227.
$227. Phil? I think Phil left, right? All right, Steve?
I don't think it broke $185.
$85.
That's what I said.
Okay.
$95 then.
You want wait 85 or 95?
85 is where I came in.
All right. Zaza, I think she was in the chat. Can somebody look to see?
200.
She says 200. Diane. Or Diana, I'm sorry. God.
250.
$250. Lance.
$50, man. There's no CD. There's no nothing.
50. Becky.
$50.
Yeah, but it's the yellow Sony Walkman.
Whoopsie. Yeah, I'd probably do like $80, maybe $50.
Becky, are you there?
Yep, 65.
65. Kendall.
46.
46. Mr. Michael Dalton.
I'm gonna say 150. I love Sony stuff. I get giddy when I find it. I've been killing it with that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 150.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like the Sony stuff, I mean, it does well on eBay, but Amazon, it's cool. It really is.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. I don't understand it, but
yeah. I'll take the money though.
Yeah, I'll take the money.
James, you there, bud?
$24.
$4. James, 24. Jason.
75.
75. Is Pete there? Peter?
But I hope it's not something crazy because I think I just sold one of these things.
The kicker is the wristband.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's got that extra piece with it.
Is Peter there or no? No. All right, Kim. Don't cheat, Kim. You just saw.
I did just saw.
All right, so I'm going to cancel you out.
She forgot.
Yeah, because Kim looked at that and was like, "Oh shit!"
I was gonna. I'll tell you after you show it. I'll tell you what I was
Okay,
gonna bid.
all right. So let me share it real quick.
I was gonna bid $5.
You're gonna bid? Oh, really?
Yeah, I really was.
No, don't lie to me.
I was. I wouldn't pay more than $5 for that shit.
Well, hey, Kim, neither would I, but hey, what's it going for? $5.50. Holy crap.
I feel better.
I feel
Wow.
better too.
Nice.
I think James won this. $24.
$24.
That should be at least 40 all day.
Wow.
More than $5 for it. If I saw it,
That's a snipe.
I'd pay $2 for it.
Well,
Not anymore.
I'll tell you what. Look it up on freaking Amazon.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't pay more than
That's a snipe right there. Sniper.
What's what's it doing on Amazon?
Well, I'm gonna look it up right now.
It's gotta be way more than that.
That's crazy, man. That's a
What I was looking at was the seller had 4 ratings and free shipping, so I figured it was like a rookie mistake. So
yeah,
probably not.
They essentially gave it away.
Pretty much.
That was my theory. So
it cost $3.
They probably canceled that order too.
Dude, the shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you lost money on that for sure.
Yeah, the shipping just went up too, so it cost them at least minimum $3 to ship back.
Yeah.
$3 to ship that thing right there.
Yeah. Brand new, it's $190 in Amazon, but used, it's tanked. $15, and you better have the headphones.
Oh, really? Really?
That's shocking.
That's why. No tape player.
Yeah, it's just the AM/FM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gonna
If you guys see those MD players,
mini disc.
the mini discs go good. I just sold a couple of those and an old CD player, Sony, like vintage.
Oh, nice. I got a couple of these things.
Oh, nice. All right.
All right. Let me recap here really quick. We've got some winners here. We've got Elizabeth, Kendall, Peter, Gina, and James so far.
Different person every time.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's in the same
all right.
playing level that won. So let's get into the next one here, and then I can run back through. Oh, I'm already screen sharing it, aren't I?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a Starbucks San Diego 2003 coffee mug.
Minor discoloration on bottom of mug. Minor scratches on pictures.
Yeah, so scratches. It went auction.
Free
shipping out of California. Elizabeth, are you there still? I know you got your kids running around and.
I'm here. Yeah, they got to bed a few minutes ago, so I can chill now. I don't know. I feel like the Starbucks mugs have been kind of all over the board. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't know, $40.
40. Doc Duane.
71.
$71.
Yes.
Hey, Dana.
125.
Oh, going with the big dollars.
Dang.
Gina.
No, how about 88?
88. I think Phil's gone. Steve.
Well, it seems I've established myself so well in these first 4 auctions. I'm like $8,231 off. Let's lowball this sucker. I think it's a $31 piece.
$31. Zaza in the chat. Can anybody see the chat?
49.
49.
$49. Diana?
Let's go with 300.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
right.
Lance. Dude, it's Starbucks mug, dude.
Man, I have fucking thousands of these mugs in my house. And billions of mugs, dude.
I got myself a collection.
If a person is bidding this mug more than I think they're bidding, I'm going to take all my freaking mugs off and start putting them on bids. I say this thing didn't go for more than – there's no way this went more for $25. A San Diego from 2003.
That's what makes it better is 2003.
I've sold mugs from Dago, from Starbucks for like $300 or $400. I know my Starbucks mugs, and that
there you go.
ain't that good.
So 2003 sucks.
No, that's like, it's okay. That's okay, but I have 96 and 97. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
San Diego discoloration. There might be some chips and scratches.
Mhm.
But you can't go for that much. No more than $25.
25 bucks. All right. Becky.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 100.
$100. Kendall.
I was going 106.
106. Mike Dalton.
I'm gonna say 45.
45.
Yeah.
James.
I was just looking these up last week. I can't really remember, but like the highest one I've seen. So I'm gonna go with 550.
I was just looking these up 4 minutes ago.
$550. All right, Jason.
It's 65.
65. And Pete, are you there, Peter?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I have my volume turned off.
I can hear you, dude. What do you got?
All right, cool. I'm just thinking there's a stain at the bottom of that thing. So it sounds like somebody dumped their cigarette butts in that for probably a couple of years. I'm gonna go $25.
All right, so $25. You're matching Lance's price.
Oh, all right. So I'll do $24.
All right, so $24. Kim, do you want to make an offer?
$325.
$325?
Yep.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Oh shit.
Okay, so this was a home run, guys.
Oh.
Nice.
You know what? Someone got paid to ship that.
Oh yeah.
There you go. It's like $5. You get paid to buy that.
Peter got it by $1.
Yeah, by $1.
Cost $6 to ship it.
You got it by
You
$1.
can't ship a mug for $5.
No, you can't.
No, cost $6 to ship.
Well, unless you do that FOMO stuff like people talk about, but
You throw it in that. You throw it in that.
I don't think
bubble wrap, the bubble mailer. You're all good,
dude, isn't that shocking? I mean, I understand taking chances on eBay.
dude. That's why I don't sell none of my mugs anything lower than $20.
You can't.
Unless it's a little baby like 6 ounce or something.
All right, so
that's a swap meet item right there.
with free shipping.
Yeah,
I clearly should
Once it has discoloration, you know you can't put that out there.
All right.
I don't know these prices at all.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean,
I'm-
Starbucks is mysterious sometimes.
You never know.
It really is. I mean,
I just sold a mug for $200 that I had up for $300.
Here, we're
What kind of mug was it?
I just sold a couple. Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's cool.
I've sold a couple recently. Like I had a couple of travel mugs. It's gonna take a while for this thing to boot, but yeah, they're tricky.
You guys check out my mug I just sold. It was a Korea mug. It was like a month and a half ago. I took it
Starbucks?
off for $200. I had it for $300.
Nice.
I sold
I bought it at a garage
two.
sale for $15.
Excellent used condition.
It was rare.
I sold two travel mugs for $44.95,
Those travel mugs are good. Yeah, those are good.
and that was probably pretty low. I kind of they sat for a little bit at a higher price, and then I knocked them down. And
1994 Minnesota.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna roll with this, guys. This
Okay,
is,
I think you should tell people what EUC means because
well,
they might not know.
Okay, EUC is excellent used condition.
I'm just saying.
That doesn't mean anything because everyone bullshits.
Yeah,
They always put it out there. Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, I'm not searching for anything EUC. Those are relevant to me, but
I'm just
some,
saying.
I mean,
somebody
some
might not
sellers
know.
do that.
I just asked you what the heck does that mean.
You know, I mean, I describe my stuff either new or used, and if it's used, it's excellent condition, good condition, fair condition, poor condition. That's it.
yeah,
like a euro or something. Like I thought it was.
I'll under describe my stuff and then take good pictures, and then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, yeah, it's, and then you get good feedback that way, and I don't know.
I just try to describe myself like a little bit less than what it is. So
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to like tear it down, but you know, and you don't want to like pump it up either. You know, you don't want to like. go
It's always
overboard.
Safe to be safe.
Yeah, you got to be safe about it.
You have to pay $7 shipping on this.
Yeah, so this was auctioned January 11th, auctioned up $685 expedited shipping, which would probably cover the shipping.
Yeah.
No, that's a good shipping price.
Right. So let's roll on this. Elizabeth, what do you think it was sold for?
This one's over 20 years old, and it's apparently in really good condition. So this one might be harder to find. So for a collector, they might be wanting this. I'm gonna guess 150.
150 sounds good. Doc, Duane?
92.50.
92.50. Pulling out the cents. Dana?
125.
25. Gina?
82.
82 bucks. Steve?
105.
105?
Yep.
All right. Zaza in the chat?
117.
117. Diana?
102.
2. Lance?
Let's see here. 20 ounce, so it's a bigger size. St. Paul, I'd say 65 bucks. 75 bucks. 75 bucks.
75 bucks.
75 bucks.
All right. Becky?
175.
175. Kendall?
$49.99.
$49.99. All right. Mike Dalton?
100
bucks?
100 bucks.
Okay. James?
350.
Ooh, shit.
Damn.
Jason?
80,
I guess that was the
85.
other ones that stuck out in my head were the high price ones.
Jason, what did you say, 85?
Yeah, let's go with 85.
You gotta do your Starbucks research.
All right, Peter.
Yeah, I need to do a little more of that.
This is just a Minnesota coffee mug?
Yeah, 1994 Starbucks.
It's 20 ounces though, so it's a bigger size.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And it's back a few years.
Oh, you know what? I after the last couple, Mike, I'm going to say 99 cents. I think this guy actually, he actually paid someone to buy it.
777.
Come on. Now, if Kim wins, it defaults back because you'll be notified as the winner. But somebody else has to win. So let me pull it up. So $777.
Yeah, I was born July 77. So.
Okay. All right, dude. This. All right.
Oh, come on.
This is sick. All right.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I'm not making this up. I can't make this up. I just can't make this up.
Get out of town.
No way. No way.
That's crazy.
Can't
No
make
way,
this up.
no way.
So James.
When did
All right.
when did Starbucks start?
Hold on. I gotta go through all my bins now and check out all my shit, man.
They started in like the 70s, didn't they? But like the mugs didn't come out to like the 80s.
Dude, I have mugs from 91, 92, 93. I mean, why did that one go so high? I'm interested.
Yeah, like somebody famous own it or something crazy.
It's a 20 ounce, though. It's a bigger size. 20 ounce, so it's a bigger size than normal. But I don't understand why I went for so much.
$1,500.
Who pays that for a freaking
Awesome.
coffee mug?
Are there like extreme Starbucks coffee collectors? I mean,
Yes.
Yes, there are.
Yes.
I mean, these guys are wacky.
I've sold
Yes.
hundreds of dollars before. No problem. No.
Yeah.
Who pays $1,500 for a damn Starbucks?
Somebody who has
coffee
all
mug?
those mugs from 94.
Except for that one.
Except for that one.
I'm not going to pay $1,500 for
Kim,
that.
when you got money and you're missing the 94 Minneapolis
okay.
St. Paul, you
Okay.
get a bidding war next week.
You want that?
Oh, yeah.
You hit the nail on the head, apparently. When I have money. See, I don't know what that I
Well,
don't know
if
what
you
that
turned to
is.
me and said, Mike, I got this nice mug coming, And I looked at the bill, and I'm like, dude, $1,500?
Well, it's Starbucks.
I have my own place to live. You'll be kicking my ass out.
15. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the lookout for Minneapolis mugs, 94.
There's no way to ever go for that again. I
I'll
don't
tell
think
you right now, I'm going to go through my whole store right now and check the whole motherfucker. Guarantee that.
Easy, buddy.
I'll tell you a story about, like, I had a
If
90.
I have one, someone's slipping. I don't think I have one, though, because there's no way.
I
This
had
one
a
must
98
return from buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is outrageous. It really is.
I have
I mean,
Are you drinking your coffee out of a $1,500 mug? What happens when that shit breaks? What happens when the cat knocks that off
you start
the counter?
gluing shit back together.
You go buy some $2,000 glue and fix it.
Good heavens.
No, then
you go on eBay and you buy another one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, if you break the $1,500 mug, you go back to
buy another one.
$1,500 one.
That's
Well, you can buy it for $1,000. That's a deal.
Well, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Okay,
All
do
right.
the next one, because that's just ridiculous.
Okay, so we
James,
have
you get to win that one.
we have a two-way tie for first place. James and Peter. We also have runner-ups with Kendall, Elizabeth, Gina. Yeah. So
So those three, you guys need to start establishing your pecking order here.
Yeah, that's a great game. I'm real glad I participated.
Study up for next week.
Study up. I was all over that, man.
So hopefully everybody had fun in it. You know, something exciting to do, something cool, whatever. Right? You never know what happens. Something different.
Right?
Appreciate you guys.
Okay, looking at the leaderboard, we have Peter and James tied for first with 2 points each. We also have Elizabeth and Gina tied for runner-up with 1 point each. All right, for you people watching on the replay here, here's an exclusive opportunity for you to participate in what it is worth. What I need you to do right now is just leave a comment down below and tell me what this item sold for. Here we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro's Collector's Edition, an Amazon exclusive Blu-ray package. I bought this item at a dollar store and sold it on Amazon FBA. The question is, what did I sell it for? Leave a comment down below and you'll be entered into next week's challenge. We've reached the end of the show, and I'd personally like to thank everyone that participated during the show. If you think you have what it takes, feel free to join the Facebook group Resellers Roundtable and participate on a live event show where you can test your knowledge and throw out your pricing and what you think the item sold for. Again, I'd like to personally thank everybody that participated. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Till next time, we are out of here. Peace.